Greetings and welcome to Empyrion, Galactic Survival. Alright, this of course is another survival game. This is a space one, like science fiction and stuff. You crash on a planet, you gather materials, you build yourself a little place, but you end up building yourself vehicles, ships, and eventually big capital vessels. So you can not just explore other planets, you can actually go to other solar systems and such. But of course, there's a long road between there and here when you crash on the planet. And that's the way, of course, it begins. You crash in a pod on a planet. I've had this game for a while. It's been going through iterations through early access, but they just now released the new Alpha 6.0. They had a couple of release candidates and such, and they added a lot to the game. They started making it a lot more harder, shall we say. Taking things in like radiation and weather into account, temperatures and such. So they also changed the beginning process too. It used to be you're on the planet, boom, you're all by yourself. Now they have a little walkthrough thing. But even that, you got to be careful with that. So anyway, I thought, what the heck? I'm just going to make a video and going through it because why not? It's probably be the only one because, let's face it, things like this don't really fly very well on my channel, but you never know. Anyway, you have a whole bunch of options. First of all, they have different scenarios now. These are actually new, and I haven't had a chance to look at them very much, so I'm just going to stick with the default, which is basically the survival. Now, you can choose your planet. Akura is a kind of an easy planet. You can see it's nice and green, and most of all, it has oxygen. Yeah, Omicron is not so pretty looking, not overly hard, but it does have the complication of not having oxygen, so that's something you have to worry about in the beginning. There is a way to handle it. You get a device, if you put it in water, it can produce oxygen for you, but it is something else you have to monitor. Yeah, ice. Never been there. No interest, frankly, at least at this point. Oh, that looks scary. No, I'll pass. Oh, that looks so much better. Why don't we try that? All right, so let me think here. Let's set up a game and go in. See, I just picked something random here. Yeah, there we go. That'll be set that. And let's just do this. Okay, so let's go. This, of course, begins as many games begin, with a crashing pod. This day, you actually do get some control over the pod, and it's kind of important. There are certain things you need to keep in mind when you're crashing. One, you do not want to land near a building. This can be very bad. I did that the first time I ever played the game. I landed near a building and immediately got barraged by attacks. Yes, things will come after you here. All right. Okay, another thing is looking for materials while you're going to start seeing materials as you go down. Okay, old base. Yes, that's something else too. Let's see. I probably touched down near the old base. It'll make the walk easier. All right. Okay, silicon. Okay. Some more silicon. I could use iron. Hello? Is there any iron around? I could really use iron. Alright. And touching down. Copper. Okay. Okay, and I reached level 2 before I even hit the ground. By the way, oh, iron. I see iron. And boom. Ouch. Okay, welcome to Empyrion. Now, you can skip this, but I would strongly advise against it. The reason for this is you'll never get to do it again. It's going to be like a little walkthrough of things. The reason you never get to do it again is because the first thing, grab items from pod. Yeah, because the pod's going to vanish. Just saying. Hold it a second. Okay, hold it a minute. Where is... Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Okay. Alright, so there's some stuff in here. Just press the button and grab it. They don't have a hotkey for that, which is kind of a problem. Okay, open inventory tab. Okay, first things first. There we go. I took off my helmet because I was actually consuming oxygen from my suit, which is not something you have to do. Okay, so what does it want me to do? Okay, equip stuff. Pistol, medkit, antidote, Emergency ration. Okay, so basically it just wants me to do this. Okay, put that there. Put that there. Emergency rations. Yeah, I think it wants me to do the antidote too. And the water. I think that's everything. Yes, it is. Okay, find the shelter. Now, wherever could that be? I have no idea. I have no idea where I will find shelter. As you can see, it's a nice looking game. It's a nice looking game. I just wish that would go away. That's really annoying on the screen there. Okay. So it really depends upon, I guess it's random. Sometimes you'll get a crashed ship, and sometimes you'll get something like this. This location is actually very good. During one of the release candidates, I was actually on top of a mountain, which is bad because there was I immediately got attacked by a pack of raptors. Yeah, raptors. Okay. Just looking around. All right, so I'm here. Find the fuel tank. Okay, so of course everything requires power. I haven't been to this construction before, so I haven't seen it. Okay. Okay. Normally, previously in the game, it didn't give you anything to start with. So now they are. I'm just looking around. Okay, this is the fuel tank, right? All right. So I have to put fuel in the fuel tank. Hold on a minute. Yeah, right here. Okay. So all of my little power packs have been put into here, and it's got 13%. All right, so now what does it want me to do? Activate the base. To activate something, just stand in it and hit the Y. Why? Because why not? All right. Okay, there are things that are already here. This is one of them. Those are little growing areas. Now, somewhere in here, I'm going to turn that off for now because I don't want to burn the power. Oh, could that go away, please? Because that's very annoying. The little things on the side, if they gave you like a little option to see a pop-up, that would be better. All right. Most of what I need is up above, so let's go up above. Okay. Or no, actually I missed it. It must have been down below. Okay. Oh! Okay. J! Turn my jetpack on. Yeah, what's her name is not overly great here. The gravity. Gravity's kind of a problem. Okay. Was actually what I wanted in there? Hold on a minute. It might be down here. Oh, here we go. Okay. Jetpack. There we go. Notice it has a little, force field thing here. That's kind of for environment. Alright, lots of things here. One of them is a refrigerator, which is good because I got some food to start with. But I do have emergency rations, so hold on to that for now. This is weapon storage. Okay. No, it's regular cargo. Okay, copper, magnesium, not very much. Now, what you want is in here. Open equipment locker. That's my next step. Okay, and I got a whole bunch of stuff that I need actually. All right, so we're gonna take the drill. Because I'm going to need the drill. I'm going to take the chainsaw just in case. Biofuel, that's how I power my drill. I'm going to take the emergency constructor because that's very, very important. Going to leave the core. I'm going to take the tomatoes with me. And let me think. Oh, I need the anti-rad just in case. You never know. That one is not very... There are boosters in this game. That one doesn't really seem very important. Corn, farthing, durian. That's what I wanted, durian. Okay. Alrighty. Think that will do for now. What do you want me to do? Place a constructor. Okay, it wants me to make my bike. So I'm going to make my bike because it wants me to make my bike. Okay, so I'm going to take this and put this here. Alright. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going in here. I have this thing here. A motor... Actually, where is it? There it is. The motorbike construction. I'm going to put that in import. A little kit for making a motorbike, right? All right, so I put that in there. And where is it? Okay, I don't need to make one of those. I need to make the actual bike itself. There we go. All right. So I'm going to select it, but then I actually have to turn this on. Now, this constructor is not very useful. It's useful in the beginning, but the big thing about it is it doesn't use power. I don't have to worry about powering it. So, okay, and then I'm going to put that in my inventory. All right. There, I have a bike. I'm just going to put the bike down for now. There we go. I have a motorbike. That's how I'm going to get around. Alrighty. So, set a map marker. It's making me go through these. So, let's just do this. And I'm going to right-click here. And I'm going to name it Home for now. And then I'm going to accept. And then I'm going to exit out. This is, of course, the map. You know, it's of the entire planet. Now, let me see. Silicon, copper, iron, cobalt. I didn't see any prometheium. But I'm not really that far. That's a good concentration nearby. But prometheium is power. Another thing that's important is magnesium. Magnesium is more or less gunpowder. You use it to make bullets. Okay, what's the next thing it wants me to do? Place an O2 generator. Okay, was there water nearby? Of course there's water nearby. How foolish of me. Do I have the O2 generator? I do have the O2 generator. All right. Okay, let's just... Okay, I'm not doing that right now. Let's have my gun. Let's load my gun. And let's get on my bike. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about the bike is they really have you far back. They really have you far back here. All right. All right, and off. Okay, if you decide to start on Omicron, this is like the first thing you would actually do. I'm looking around just to see if I'm in trouble or anything like that. Okay, you know what I don't have? I don't think I have any power for it. Activate. Do I have it? Oh, wait, I do have. Okay, I'll only use one power for the other one. Hold on a minute. Energy items. There, okay. I took one of these. These are a prometheium power pack. Okay, it's going now. All right, now it wants me to pick up ore. All right, can you please get that out of my face? Okay, so I'm on a little peninsula here, and let's take a look at the map again. There's not much purpose in going over this way, so let's go this way and see if I can find some stuff. Iron, very important. Iron's very important. Another thing that's very important is, well, let me get my drill out. Okay, this is my drill. It sucks! There's a bet, but yeah, that's a Triceratops over there, by the way. Okay. I need biofuel to get this to run, and eventually you can get something else. Now let's take a look at this. All right, my character. Now, tech trees. This is how you get everything, right? You get everything. I'm level 2, so I have 10 points. So there's different categories. Capital vessel, those are the big ones. Believe me, they can be really big. And small vessels, those are for getting around, like I'll have to go to the moon. Because there's certain things I'll have to get on the moon before I can actually go to base. What I'm looking for... Okay, miscellaneous. Yes, this is a lot to take in at the moment, but tools. Okay, here we go. This is the drill I have. I start with that. What I really want, drill, I want the tier 2 drill. That's like a laser, and it'll automatically pick everything up when I use it. And that's really what you need to go to. But I need to be level 7 in order to get it. And I'm sure there's going to be some kind of materials I'm going to need for it. All right, so let's go over this way because, like I said, it's yeah. It's just I wish we were a little closer to it because it would make it feel a little better. All right. Okay, so I need to be worried about. Okay, I need to be worried about a couple of things, including food. Yes, I have food, but having more food is better food. Corn dogs, because corn dogs just grow around here. The one thing about picking things up is that they have a perish time. As you'll notice, this one has a 29 perish time. That's why you need a refrigerator. It drastically reduces the perish time. Okay. There's also other things to pick up, but at the moment, I really need to find stuff. Okay, prometheium! Prometheium, where was it? Oh, it's over near the iron. Wow, it's over near the iron. How wonderful is that? Okay, don't go in there. Alright. Now, there are some hostile things around. Spiders and raptors, as I said. I don't think I've ever seen raptors on a flat plane before. Okay, what else did I get? Cobalt. Okay. I'm going to get off here because I see lots of stuff around that I want. I haven't seen that before. Okay. It's a big tree. You need a lot of indigenous stuff. Some of these things are not pick-upable. Okay, that is, I see, okay, wait a minute, I need fiber, very important. Okay, honey, and honey, and honey. And, okay, I just devoured the entire thing. Somehow the bees didn't mind. Okay, so, honey's good stuff. Honey's good stuff. Yes, it is. Alright, so I don't need to use any of my own food for a while. There is something that I really like to find, and that is a kava bean plant. That's coffee. Alright, so let's get back on my vehicle and move along. Okay, so getting to the iron. Yeah, woods are a little bit of an issue. It's more of a night problem. I see there's some more there. Oh, there's a whole bunch of those around, aren't they? A lot of things will grow back. When you pick something, you're leaving the... I'm just looking around to see if I can see any kava beans. Okay, I just crashed into something. Alright. Okay, where am I? The iron is over this way. And so is the prometheium. Alright, so why don't I just stop in the middle here? Okay. Let's pick that. Look like a rock, but it isn't. Alright, and that. What is this? Oh, bones. Okay, bones. I really want coffee. One thing that becomes a problem... Pick that. One thing that becomes a problem is... moving around. I'm devouring a lot of stamina when I move around like that. That reminds me. I seem to be hungry. So I selected the... I selected that and ate some. Alright, so the iron. Everything is underground. Alright. Sometimes it's more convenient than other times, but... Where is it now? Right underneath. Okay, so sometimes you can see a little spot, but I'm not seeing that little spot because there's a lot of grass around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my drill. This is a little bit of the tedious part of the game, but let me clear the area here. Okay, what you're looking for is something that is not that color. Every element has a different color to it. I just want to get something started here. And it's very easy to actually dig yourself into a problem. See, that is just stone. I'm going to pick that up, though. Okay, now what? Eat. Okay, my mission is to eat. I had some honey. Now it just wants me to find a whole bunch of stuff. All right, so let's go back to this. Now, until I have a good drill, which runs from like prometheium enhanced stuff, I need to get the biofuel. Biofuel you can make in your default constructor, the new constructor, but you need seaweed for it. That means you have to go underwater. That's a good reason to work on oxygen early on, is because you're going to be underwater and you've got to put your helmet on, otherwise you'll drown. Now where... So far, I'm just picking up rocks here. So that's like rock here. Fortunately, I do have a jetpack, so I can kind of do that. But I'm looking for a color that is not gray. Gray's a wonderful color and all, but it's not what I'm looking for. Okay, that's just stone. That's just stone. Iron is how you would actually build everything. Oh, that was iron, wasn't it? Wait a minute. I think, was that iron? Yes, I picked up some iron. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. I wasn't paying attention. Now, there's probably a ton. I have it set so that there's, that the little deposits are kind of, seriously full with stuff. It was one of the settings that I had in the beginning there. So, there's also plenty of them. Sometimes you can really be messed up. Like, maybe the only iron patch you have is right next to an enemy base. Oh, and enemy bases have very, very large ranges and very, very nasty weapons. So, they're very difficult to take. You'll also get the occasional drone that comes by that just wants to kill you. So, let me see. I'm just going to grab a little bit. I'll worry about more later. What I'm more interested in... Okay, that... How many do I have? That'll do for now. Since I have a little base, I don't have to worry about building one. And as long as I got a starting thing here, that's all that matters to me. What I do want, other than grabbing some more corn dogs, and some aloe. Aloe and the plant and the fibers, which I just got some more of. I can make band-aids to heal myself. Give me that. Okay. What time is it? Okay, sunset is in 2 hours. That's not making me happy. Alright, where is the prometheium? Prometheium. I'm going to take the bike over there. That's not making me a happy buckaroo. Alright. Now, the one thing about it is the planet is not very large. But it does seem to keep a 24-hour cycle. If you'll notice, I just lost a lot of time by coming over here. Hold on. More aloe. That's nothing. Alright, where is the prometheium? The reason I need prometheium is its power. If I run out of power, I'm kind of in trouble. Now, the one thing about prometheium is really easy to spot once you find it. I mean, there's absolutely no question about when you have found prometheium. Alright. I like to build a little area here. I usually like to build a little ramp going down to make it easier to get in and out, you know? Okay, this is just stone, which can be useful. You need stone for stuff. You can make rock dust out of it or something like that. And it's useful for things. Okay. The Prometheium deposit's a little deeper, but I should be hitting it really soon. Like I said, really easy to find. Alright. I don't need a lot, I just need some. That's what it looks like right there. It's also harder to mine, so you don't get anywhere near as much because you don't need as much for iron. Iron, you're going to build everything one way or another with iron. Okay, 1, 2. I got more than that, didn't I? Oh, there we go. Oh, I was sitting on a couple. Okay. Okay, 2 minutes. Darkness. How many do I have? 9, 10. Okay, that's good. I'm out of here. Where did the bike? Okay. Okay. Which way home? There it is. Okay, he is not hostile. As a matter of fact, he's probably going to be food, but if I try that... Yes, that just happened. I put my helmet on. Okay, you know what I need to do? The way they have it worked out is that if you have something in your hand... Yeah. If you have something in your hand, you'll walk on the bottom. There, I picked it up. Fortunately, it's not damaged. Now, if I want to get to the surface, I have to take something out of my hand. Hold on a minute. Will it work with this? There we go. Okay. I just have food in my hand now so I can go to the surface. How close am I to home? You know what? Why don't I just walk on the bottom a bit? I can get the oxygen back. Oh, and... is it light? No. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I might as well look to see if I can find some seaweed while I'm walking on the bottom. There are no enemies in the water unless they change something. Unless they change something, there's no enemies in the water. Okay, the one thing is I am apparently out of stamina, so I was using the old sprinting to move, so... Alright, so let's just move along here. I'm not seeing any seaweed. Let me just see here now. Okay. Do you note? Actually, you'll notice as I'm moving this way, it's become daylight again. That can be a little jarring because you might say, "Okay, I'm going to attack this enemy base. I'm going to do it at dawn." And then you get in your ship and you fly over there, and it turns out it's 1 o'clock in the morning over there, and perfectly night. So that can be like, okay, that's kind of annoying because I don't want to attack at night. So time is definitely something to keep in mind because if you look at it, it's kind of a small planet, you know. It's very easy to get messed up because of time zones and such. I'm not seeing any seaweed. Would be a little stalk going up with like leaves at the top. Pretty easy to recognize, but I think it's really in basins. So let's see here a minute. I mean, it would probably be in there. So yeah. Okay, I got my stamina back, so that's the reason coffee is so important to find. Well, kava beans. Once you have kava beans, you know what I didn't do? I didn't plant anything. Okay. Okay, you know what? I got the weapon in my hands. Put the food back in my hands. What is that? Okay, I'm finding some stuff. Okay, I'm not seeing what I need, though. There's also blue crystals that are under here, which are good to find because they'll help you get to warp speed. Oh, guess what I just found? Boom. Boom. Is it, unfortunately, that's nowhere near enough. Here, what is that? I'll figure that out later. Okay, what is... Okay, blue crystals. I'll take that. Blue crystals! Give me... Okay, do I have to mine them? That's prometheium stone. This is the blue crystals. Boom. You process... Okay, more seaweed! Excellent, excellent. More seaweed. I am burning oxygen, but I don't really need oxygen for anything else at the moment. You know? What is that? Okay. More blue crystals? This is good. Oh, that's the prometheium stone again. That's the prometheium stone again. I just backtracked over where I was. Alright, so let's switch back to the food, which I should probably eat. So how I'm managing that underwater, I'm not really sure. Okay, so I think I need 5 seaweed for a package. So let's go over to my constructor. Alright. Alright, so let's I'm most concerned with power. So this is the place you'd store things, right? So we're going to store that. And where is the prometheium? Okay, I might as well put the stone in there too. There's not really a weight problem that I've noticed in this game. I'm going to put that here too. Oh, I have 8 seaweed. Oh, I didn't realize I picked up a bunch. Okay, you know what? Why don't we just do that first? Okay, biofuel. See, it's immediately constructing the biofuel. You need 5. So that's actually good. I won't run out of power there. And I can get seaweed really close to the base, which is very, very useful. All right. Okay, so prometheium. We're going to switch over to... Where is it? Here. Okay, so I need to make prometheium pellets first. So we're just going to make some prometheium pellets. Iron I'm going to use for building things. So I don't really need to build anything at the moment. Long term, absolutely. But at the moment, I don't really need it. I just want to ensure that I have power. I'm also listening. It's possible something could come by that would be a problem. The biggest concern that I would have at the moment would be a drone. A drone would appear on the map as a red dot. That's a flying thing that might have a machine gun, a rocket launcher. Okay, now that I have prometheium pellets, I'm going to move them up here. I want to make... Where is it? I'm looking for... Oh, there it is, right there. All right, so energy. Just going to make 5 for now. And in the meantime, I'm also going to load those in. I'm just going to put a bunch of them in like that. I don't really have enough power for that, but I'm just going to walk away as soon as I got it. Okay, I'm going to take that and let it do its job for the rest. Okay, so let's go inside. Okay, let's not go in. Okay, first things first, I got things that I want to put into the fridge. See, that's going to go bad, and I'd rather it not go bad. Aloe vera, very important, very important. Fiber, well, fiber's not going to go bad. Fiber's not going to go bad. Corn dogs are going to go bad. Sugar cane's not. That's going to go bad. There are things you can make. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. Anything that doesn't have a perish time is something you don't have to worry about. That is going to go bad. Okay. Where is... I have to go to the other place. The one down... The other... I have to go to the other place. Was there something in here? No, there wasn't. Okay. I need to go where the power is. This base is laid out really crappy. Just saying. Okay. Power! Alright, let's just put this in. That should do... I can put these in too because I'm already producing more. Okay, so 30% full. That shouldn't be a problem for quite a while. Now, where are those plants that I didn't plant before? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, this is the tomato. Very important. This is durians. Right? In order to get them to grow, they need a grow plant, a grow thing. So, tomatoes are very useful, and in previous games were very hard to find at times. They're very key for a certain thing to make. You can make canned meat. You'd need metal, which is really easy because you're looking for iron. You'd also need meat, which, you know, if I went out and talked to Mr. Triceratops about that, he'd give me a lot of meat. But then tomatoes are the other ingredient. So getting tomato plant in the beginning is great. Durians, you can make fries out of that. It's easy food. So those are two good things to start with. I could really take these out and make more plant things. That's one of the things that dust is good for. The rock dust, you can make those. You also need some trash. If you get rotted food, it turns into trash, and you can just use that as like fertilizer. So, matter of fact, can you make one of those here? Probably not. This thing is very simple. It doesn't make a lot. Okay, you made me 50. This is good. And okay, I only got 4 more. Can I make more? All right. I'll go back and get more prometheium. Alrighty, let's see. Food products. Okay, I don't have meat. See, kava. If I get kava beans, I'm going to make them. Bandages. See, I can make bandages to heal myself. Very important. I start off with healing packs, but, you know, they become hard to get. Eventually... What level am I now? Did I level up? Hold on a minute. Let's see. Level 3. Can I make a gun? I should say a better gun. Level 3. There's... Oh! Assault rifle! Yes! Thank you. Alright. Assault rifle. Unfortunately, I need to make parts here. Okay, I need 5 metal components and 1 electronics. I don't think I can make the electronics because I need silicon, I believe. Where is the electronic? Electronics. Yes, I need copper and silicon. They're nearby. I can do that. I can make the metal components. I think metal components, but I need cobalt for that. Okay. All right, so let's just take a quick look. Cobalt, copper, silicon. I'm good to go with all that. It's all nearby. So a pretty good starting spot. Pretty good starting spot. And the isolation here is not so bad. So, and I got like everything that I need nearby. And fortunately, nobody seems to know that I'm here. That can be a problem. Yeah, when they know you're here. Now, another problem is, especially at the moment, is that the nights are long. And at the moment, I don't have anything to do. So, I'm going to be twiddling my thumbs. Of course, what I could do is once the night gets a little bit on, I could just go out back into the direction that I was in before, and eventually I'll run into the morning. But I think at the moment, I need to rest for a while. I noticed there's no bed here. Oh, there is a bed here. See, that you can use this to get stamina back. Right? Oh, I still have... I still had the... You can use that to... I would like that if you could use that to pass time. That would be useful. I had my... I had the oxygen thing on. I still had the helmet on. Which reminds me, where is... Because I have burned through some oxygen. Just in case. I think it's over here. Alright. See, it's on the map. Alright. Okay, I got some O2. So just keep that with energy, and it'll keep... You can eventually get one that'll produce purified water for you and oxygen, and then you can make power packs out of hydrogen and such. Okay, and then you can make... Oh, wait a minute, what's that? Seaweed snack. Yeah, I can use seaweed to make... Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Alright, so I'm making those, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the one that I got. Okay, so I'm going to have more oxygen. This is something you would have to work on immediately if you start an Omicron. Okay, when I'm using it, I'm refilling my O2. You notice the last gauge on the bottom there. Okay, done. Okay, it's full. That's all I need to worry about. And I'm going to get more from this. Hold on. Okay, it's still producing. All right, you know what? Just make it all. Make it all. Anyway, the night's going to be long, and I'm going to go exploring. I'm hoping to find like a supply depot with minimal defenses, because the only thing I have at the moment is this. Even if did I find magnesium? Because I need to find magnesium. I can't make bullets without magnesium. I start off with 250 rounds for this, but that is not going to save my life. So, there are things I need to find, look around, but I think I'm going to do that in the morning, or at least late night. So if I go in that direction, I'll run into the morning that way. Yeah, it can be a little jarring with the small planet, you know, like you leave early in the morning, go in a direction, and it's the middle of the night again. Yeah, so you got to plan in advance. So anyway, this is Empyrion. I'm going to be goofing around with this. If anybody is interested in seeing some, let me know, and I'll post some videos, because otherwise I'm just going to play it myself because I want to play it. I like building, you can make ships. Hold on a second. Let's go to where is it? I don't remember. They changed the, blueprints. That's what I'm talking about. Blueprints. So if you gather stuff, like for instance, if you gather all of these and you put them into a factory, you can make this ship here. Or, that's actually one that I downloaded from the workshop. Probably going to go with that one again. But you can make bases, right? If you have these, see, some elements are really hard to find. I am not going to find that on this planet. I would actually have to go to the moon to get that. And I understand they put radiation there. All right, so this is bases. Then you can go for, these are capital ships. See, look at the requirements for the capital ships. That's a small one. That's a big one, right? They have lots of ships. And as I said, they're in the workshop. Wow. Look at that. Wow, that's amazing. All right, and what I'm looking for is small vessel, SV. So that's like the first one. If you can get that together, which everything for that is in the area too. You can make a small vessel, but of course I had to be level 7, but after all that mining, I'd be level 7. and then you'd be able to fly around. They also have hover vessels too, but I don't really mess too much with them. I don't know, it's kind of low requirements. Maybe I'll make a hover vessel. And I can do it right now if I had the stuff. I could really make this in a day because gathering this would be kind of easy. So, and what happens is if you decide to do that, where is it? You decide to do that, you go to the factory and say, okay, I'm building that. So you would take all the materials and drop them in there. Once the materials are all done, you can just start production. And in time, it'll be done. You could also just make all the parts yourself and build something if you wanted to. You know, that's just kind of the way it is. But I think for my purposes, going with somebody else's design is really the best way to go, even if it's a default one in the game. So anyway, like I said, if nothing else, that passed some time. So anyway, this is Empyrion. It's a space survival game. If you want to think of it as a what was the name? What was the name of that game that really crashed and burned anyway? You know, the space one where it really was terrible? I don't even remember. It just kind of wiped my mind. I didn't buy it or anything like that. I was just like making fun of it. Oh, yeah, this is ammo. Okay, they got rockets up there. That something like that is if you have like a turret on top, it'll take ammo out of that, which is something I need to do, by the way, make a turret. So anyway, yeah, I mean, the thing about it, this is it done well. This is it done well. You get to construct ships, go to other planets, make stations, raid space stations in space. But as I said, it is dangerous, and you're gonna die a lot. A lot. Especially when raiding bases. Really bad stuff. So anyway, if you're interested and anybody wants to see more of this, let me know, and maybe I'll make a little series of it. If not, well, I'll just play it on my own. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya!